Well, hello everyone. Welcome to part 3. I'm going to take 2 hands by the time I going to go past 10. We'll figure that out when we get there. So when I left off, I think was asking Nitnoy to rent start looking for a place to rent. She found a really nice house. I think it was 8 or 8,500. It was a 4-bedroom big house, but empty. Needed to be painted, needed to be cleaned, needed everything. That's why the 8,000, I think, is what it was. It looked good. So what I did was she hired people, I sent money, they cleaned and painted the place, and then she started going out and looking for stuff and beds and couches and kitchen tables and this, that, and got enough to where I could move there and feel comfortable. So I got there, and I think we went out and we bought. I think we bought the kitchen table together over on the border somewhere. Really nice place. We still have it. The bed we still have here. Nice bed, excellent mattress. I spent a lot of money on the creature comforts. Is that how you say it, creature? I wanted to be comfortable, especially sleeping wise. So we did that, and her mom and dad would come over pretty much every day. In the morning, they would come by, and we would help clean and do whatever. She'd cook meals even back then for me because, of course, my wife worked. The kids were in private school in Bangkok. My wife rented a apartment there. The reason that she rented the apartment is her mother and her family wanted to make sure that they didn't have to stay in the dorms in the private school 7 days a week the whole time they were in school. So what her mother would do, and how my wife managed all this stuff, I still don't know how she did it on her salary. But I think it cost like 500 or more each way, 500 baht to take a bus there. And I think it's like 200 or 300 on a train. So I imagine most of the time she went on the train. And she would leave on a Thursday night, get there Friday, stay Friday, Saturday, and Sunday the kids would go back to Sunday night or Monday morning. I can't remember. In other words, they would spend the weekend with their grandmother in the apartment, which we still have the apartment there. But now the kids live there because the youngest is 18 now, and our oldest is 21. So they can take care of themselves. They do a good job. We did end up finally getting them. I told them a long time ago that we would get them modernized. They didn't have a bed there. They didn't have anything. Now they have a washing machine, they have an air conditioner, and they have hot water for taking a shower and stuff. So anyway, they've got a nice little place. They do really well. We bought them a car. She has a little Suzuki, nice little car, and they take care of each other. The youngest now can get her license, and she hasn't done that yet. She might do that. They're coming March 2nd. They'll be here the whole month of March. So things were great right from the very beginning. I mean, like I said, my wife is exceptional, unbelievable the way that she cares about me, takes care of me, worries about me. It was nice. Got there, the house was nice. It was in a guard-gated little community. Really nice. Had a good time. They had their own pool there. They had a bunch of stuff. It was really a nice place. So we were there. I started to have problems with respiratory problems, breathing. and that kind of stuff. So I wasn't top of my game, I guess you'd say, but it was, I was okay. The kids would come home whenever, once a year like that for a month. But in the beginning, I want to say, like I said, that I said I'd go over a few things as far as so you had some kind of an idea. 7,000-8,000, like I said, for the payment there. Figure in maybe 50 US dollars. Well, I'll do it all in baht. You can figure out whatever the going rate is on the baht. Maybe 1,000 baht for internet and TV and everything like that. I had a phone and I had a card. That was maybe, it wasn't much, 200 baht, 300 baht, something like that. The electric bill was about 1,500, 2,000, depending on when the kids were there and not there. Water was very reasonable, 500 baht a month maybe, or something, maybe less. We do have a kind of a problem here in Surin with running out of water. That's why I have 4,000 liters over here, and I drilled a well. Didn't have a well there. It was all city water. I think the longest we went was about 2 weeks where we had to buy water from people going around. Mostly it's not that long of a time. So like I say, I want to say what we spent on the house for everything that we needed. Let's say 7, 10, maybe 20,000 baht. And I'm being on the high side. 20,000 baht for everything that needed. Now, when you come here, you're going to need insurance, as we'll get into later. It cost me 1 million baht for not having insurance, for procrastinating and not getting it. I was like this close to getting. I was checking into Pacific Cross and the other ones. Make sure you have insurance, and that'll cost you so much. Like I said, the minimum you need to bring in every month to be on a retirement visa, if you don't put 800,000 in your bank, in a bank account, is 65,000, I think. Basically what it is it's 800,000 divided by 12 months. 65, 67. I think it's 65 is what they asked for, because it does this as far as to the dollar or to whatever. I don't even know. Let me look real quick. Let me get this, just so we know. We'll stay. I'm going to go off of, it's 50, or 50. Yeah, I wish it was 50. 36 to the dollar right now. So at 65,000 divided by 36 is $1,800, $1,805. That's why I was saying, if you, more than likely, if you work most of your life and you, paid into Social Security and all that kind of stuff, and you're of age, that's a thing that I guess we'll talk about that too. We have plenty of time. I just keep adding parts to it. You have probably going to be right around $2,000 a month. Like I said, when I did my little breakdown on my channel, there's a video, 1,850, live on 1,850 something. That's what my original Social Security was. And you can live on that. And I broke it down. It's not the greatest video in the world. Hopefully I've gotten better at making videos. But I probably should do a new one for this year anyway. But anyway, if you're around 2,000 US dollars in your Social Security retirement, which a lot of you will be between 18 and probably 2,500, you're in good shape as a single person coming to Thailand. You have enough money to bring in at that 2,000 to meet their requirements. If you don't, like I said before, we had talked. Well, my battery died, so we put a battery in there. So what was I saying? Basically, if you're not of age to get 62 or 65, whenever you're going to claim it, that's up to you. There's a lot of good stuff on YouTube as far as, should I take it at 62? Should I take it at 65? Should I take it at 67? You figure it out. It's your life. So if you can collect it at, let's say, 62 and you're 62, then you're in good shape. If not, and I've talked to other people about this too, is if you save money throughout your life and you break it down and you're 62 and you want to wait till you're 65 and you have 3 years worth of budgetary money that you figure you're going to need, $2,000 a month, then do it that way. And a lot of people will do that. Oh, okay, well, until I collect my Social Security, I have enough in this nest egg to budget me through to get to that age, and I've got this much over here as a backup. So you can do it either way. But let's say you're 62 and you collect it and it's $2,000 a month. I think you're in fairly decent shape. Like I said, you at least meet bringing it in the 65 each month. You bring that into a bank account here in Thailand. Every year when you go get your visa, you get a year printed out through Bangkok of a bank statement. You bring that in with you. They check it all off, and your 1,900 baht and a couple other things, pictures and of you, and your documentation on where you live and verification. And most of the places, I would say, go in to your local one, because if you're not familiar with Thailand, everything is different between me and Buriram, which is an hour away. Could be totally different experience. What I found, at least here and a lot of places, is if you go into immigration, always be nice to them. Don't ever lose your cool. You can ask them, do you have something that you can give me on what I need? In Surin here, I know they have a piece of paper that actually prints out everything that they want to get your retirement visa, or to renew it, or to whatever. After you do it once or twice, you have a Thai significant other. Even if you don't, you have all that paperwork. Shouldn't have any problem. If not, you can also pay, if you have money, you can pay an agency to do it for you. But basically, just to go in, the cost to do it is 1,900 baht. I just had mine done a week ago, for a year again. It was 1,900 baht. That hasn't changed. And I got multiple entry. Every time that you leave Thailand and come back in on your retirement visa, you have to pay 1,900 baht as to enter and come back to the country. Multiple entries, you can do that as many times as you want, is 3,800 baht. So that's what I bought. I didn't use it last year. I lost out on 150 bucks or whatever that turns out to be. But I'd rather be safe than sorry. I don't have to worry when I leave. I don't have to, oh, I've got to go and I've got to get an entry deal and I got to have, I don't have to worry about that. So if you have enough, I would suggest just get the multiple entry, especially if you're coming here to retire and to travel. You might want to go to Laos, to Cambodia, all the bordering stuff that you can just basically, get to real easily. So anyway, back to the main deal. So if you're in that realm, just for the house and all that stuff, like I said, 20,000 baht. So you still got 40,000 baht, to food and this and that. Me, I bring in 3,000, about 100,000 baht a month. That pays for, I have a house payment, I have a truck payment, a car payment, a Forza payment, this, that, and the other thing, and I still have 30, 40,000 for me. I give my wife money to run the house. I give my mother-in-law money each month. Everything. I got the electric bill, the water bill, the this, that, and that, and I still have plenty of money. So you don't need to be a multi-millionaire to move to Thailand. And you don't have to live your life in whatever country you're in. I can only say from the United States. You don't have to, if you're 62 and 65 or whatever, and you've lost a significant other. That's the biggest thing about my story, is you don't have to just sit and wait. I could have sat and waited in the States to die, and in the house. Maybe I'd have lived a year, maybe I'd have lived 10 years, who knows? like I said, I know for a fact now if I didn't come to Thailand, I would have been dead because I would have got the breathing problems I had, which we'll go into. I wouldn't have went to the doctor and I'd have died there on the floor. And if I wouldn't have met my wife here in Thailand, I would have died in Kamala. So the same thing would have happened. I would have been in Kamala. I would have got short of breath and all this. And instead of her telling me you're going to the doctor, I would have just died on the floor there. So, so me coming to Thailand has been a good thing. So I'm hoping that this series of videos will inspire somebody to go, you know, maybe I'll go check out Thailand. Maybe I'll send Dave an email and ask him a little bit more on it. I don't want to go on his live streams or anything like that. I just want to, you know, anything that you say to me between me and whoever it is between me and whoever it is. If you want to discuss it and come on at a later date, that's up to you. I'm not doing it to, oh, look at this guy I helped, that guy I helped, and this guy. I'm doing it because I want people to know you don't have to just roll over and die, you know. There is a life. And like I said, and I said it a bunch of times, if somebody said, you know, that's to me 5.5 years ago, I'd have said, you're full of shit. You know, there's no way that I'm going to meet somebody that's going to love me and I'm going to love them. And I love this one so much that it's never going to happen. It can't happen. So I'm living proof that it can happen. So we moved into the house there, had a good, things were good, things were great. They're you know, you always have your up, downs, and in-betweens, but it's a roller coaster, I guess. I've heard many people say about life. It's a true fact. So mom and dad used to come over every day, and the kids were in school. They would come home for their vacations and stuff. We had a really, really good life. I mean, I could say I'm the luckiest man in the world, and my wife will tell you she's the luckiest woman in the world, and we both are lucky. It isn't. I mean, I get more joy out of seeing smiles on my family, my Thai family's faces, because they can go out to lunch or because they can go vacation somewhere for a weekend. This is all stuff that they would never. They could do, but just in just very small quantity. Once a year, go on a 3-day vacation. That's all my wife could afford to do for her, the girls, and her mom and dad. So it works both ways. I mean, like I said, my wife just, I'll tell you, like I said before, and I said it on live streams, and if you watch the channel, you know. If not, you should listen now. When you find a woman, if that's what you're looking for, if you're looking for companionship, that's a good thing too. You just be upfront and everything with the person. You know, do you want to go travel with me? We don't have to do anything except, you know, eat together and have fun together and do this and that. Nothing further than that. And we'll see what happens. And if things go better, then we'll see what moves on to the next one. If not, you know, I might just go down the road just so they know. Don't tell them, oh, yeah, I love you and you're going to be with me forever. You get my drift. Be upfront about what you want. But what I found out, if a Thai woman cares about you, she's going to ask you, did you take your medicine? Did you eat today? What did you eat today? Do you want lunch? What do you want for dinner? That kind of stuff, that woman gives a shit about you. So I've rambled in part 3 here, and we still haven't gotten into me getting sick. We're very close to that. But I think I probably rambled for probably 15 minutes again, and maybe I'll make them longer. We'll see. But I think I'll end it right there. But we'll pick up the next one in Surin, in the first house that we rented, and me ending up in intensive care for 2 months with a tube down my throat, and then an extra month, 3 months total, in a private room recovering. So 3 months I was in the hospital. That'll probably take up 4, 5, and 6, maybe. I don't know. It's going to be a long one. So I want to thank everybody for watching. If you're not subscribed, think about subscribing. It doesn't cost anything. And everybody have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you're at. And I will catch you on the next one.